Hey everyone, finish watching the next episode of Super Samurai, Kevin's Choice. Serrator has a new Nylock scarf that's trying to eat Xandred's boat, and Octoroo. Serrator tells them Scarf's true power won't be revealed until he's defeated. Meanwhile, Kevin is reminiscing about his time on a swim team. Bulk tells Spike about his time as a lifeguard and walks into a pole. Laugh. Scarf appears in a park and starts eating benches. Kevin prepares to morph, but Scarf eats his morpher. The others show up and fight the Nylock, but it slips away. The Rangers try to figure out what to do about Kevin's morpher. Elsewhere, Dayu finds the remains of Decker's sword. Serrator appears and implies Decker is still alive in some way, and also that he can repair her harmonium. Kevin overhears some of his old swim teammates talking about him. They think he quit on them. Kevin is sad he can't tell them why he left. In the forest, Dayu finds Decker still alive. He says he must find the ultimate battle, and Uramasa, his sword, can't be broken. Dayu tells him about Serrator. She thinks he may have a way to repair his sword. Kevin watches his old swim team practice. One of them hurts their leg, and Kevin dives in to help them out of the water. The others see him and question why he disappeared. Kevin tells them he can't explain. He just wanted to wish them good luck. Kevin tries to get his mind off things by researching a new Zord combination. Scarf returns, and the Rangers go to stop him. Mike gets an idea. He calls Kevin's morpher, and the Rangers hear which hand he's keeping it in. Before they can retrieve it, Dayu and Decker jump in. Scarf runs away while they battle the Rangers. Dayu and Decker suddenly turn away from the Rangers and destroy Scarf. They retreat, and Scarf grows. Jaden manages to get Kevin's morpher back. Kevin shows up and is given back his morpher. They summon the Zords, but Scarf now has a shield. Luckily, Kevin knows how to form the ultimate Zord combination, the Gigazord. With the power of the Gigazord, they break through his shield and destroy him for good. Jaden also powers up to Shogun mode and acts like it makes some kind of difference. Bulk and Spike screw around at the pool, and Kevin goes on to cheer on his old swim team. The one guy still has a bad leg, so Kevin offers to go in his place. This is an alright but scatterbrained episode. There is way too much going on, but nothing is given the time it needs. Scarf is set up to have some secret power, but it just turns out to be a shield. His powers are unique. Serrator should have had him try and eat all the morphers instead of just benches. Scarf's voiced by Adam Gardiner, but it's not one of his more memorable roles. Bulk and Spike are as superfluous as ever. They're once again just shoved in for no reason. With so much else happening, they really should have been left out. More time could have gone to one of the other plots. Kevin feels bad. He essentially abandoned his old swim team. We meet some of the team, and there's enough to understand the situation and how they feel, but I feel like they should have gotten more focus. There should have been some flashbacks to Kevin's past with them. I do like this one guy in particular who hasn't actually met Kevin before and only knows of him from pictures. He's happy to meet him, while the others still hold a grudge. Kevin's morpher getting eaten is a big deal, but isn't treated with much weight. Kevin feeling bad about leaving his old swim team is more focused on. Shouldn't there be backup morphers? All their parents and relatives were Rangers in one way or another, and we know Jaden's father's morpher look different than the ones the present team have. Are the present morphers just the old ones redesigned, or are there actually old morphers around? Could Kevin use a spare morpher? G has one. Can it actually morph, or can it only write kanji? While all this is going on, there's also Kevin researching the Gigazord. He just figures it out. There's no clever thinking or new breakthrough. He just figures it out off screen because there was already so much else going on. Oh yeah, Decker is alive again. Why wasn't this a thing introduced earlier? This could have been set up so much better. There should have been a scene or two prior to this with Jaden thinking back to his battle with Decker, and we see his silhouette, or Serrator speaking with someone unseen, or just Decker by himself, confused as to why he isn't dead. Instead, it's just dumped on top of an already overly convoluted episode. Despite the problems, I actually like this episode. I wish it could have been streamlined, just Scarf eating Kevin's morpher and Kevin reconnecting with his old swim team. Maybe toss in Decker at the end as a cliffhanger. I'm pretty surprised with Samurai. Even the lesser episodes are still leagues more preferable over most of Disney's output. I really don't get the common fan consensus that Samurai was a bad, low-effort season. Of course, common fan consensus also says Dino Thunder is one of, if not the best, and I consider that season incredibly bad and low effort. This episode sticks pretty close to a Shinkenger counterpart. The biggest difference is what the Blue Ranger is missing. Over here it's swimming, and Shinkenger it's kabuki. Shinkenger has a slightly longer runtime, so more elements can be more fleshed out. Though even if it had a shorter runtime, it doesn't have Bulk and Spike, and Decker and Dayu's counterparts have already had a story going on over the past few episodes and isn't just shoved in out of nowhere. The Blue Rangers, fellow Kabuki performers, share a similar grudge to their Power Ranger counterparts, but the resolution is different. Instead of the Blue Ranger rescuing a drowning friend, he inspires his old friend who's practicing to exhaustion. Unlike over here, he doesn't take their place at the end. An odd thing I noticed, Ryunosuke's backstory with Kabuki has been getting slightly retconned with each mention. At first, his father encourages him to leave to be a ranger. Then later, Ryunosuke is revealed to have issues with his father that weren't apparent before. Now, his father is nowhere to be seen, but he had a whole team that's never been a thing before. This is the one thing that works a bit smoother in Power Rangers. So yeah, no surprise, Shinkenger was quite a bit stronger and far less cluttered than Samurai. So that's it for this one, hope you enjoyed it. See ya.
I'm gonna add a little extra something to our attack.
Hello.